watching the skies, defending the homelands, providing maritime and aerospace warning and aerospace control. That's the continuing mission of the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD. NORAD is a partnership between the U.S. and Canada. The two countries combine resources to keep watch for potential maritime and aerospace threats to the North American continent. Originally established with the Cold War early warning and air defense mission for the U.S. and Canada, the way NORAD did business changed completely on September 11, 2001.
We turned on CNN, and that's literally where we started getting the information that we needed to go, hey, this does not look like a general aviation kind of attack. And then again, we saw in real time the second aircraft hit the second tower, and we knew that it wasn't just a normal general aviation episode.
That event triggered NORAD to activate Operation Noble Eagle, the air defense response to 9/11, designating military operations to support the homelands. Before, NORAD was looking at outside threats. Now, under Operation Noble Eagle, they're looking at inside threats as well.
And so 9/11 gave us that wake-up call, and since then, Operation Noble Eagle has been providing the air sovereignty for the U.S. and Canada.
We're the force of last resort to protect the citizens of Canada and the United States from any threats in the air domain. Absolutely, we're much safer today.
NORAD provides the Canadian and U.S. governments with a potent military response capability to counter domestic airspace threats through a network of alert fighters, tankers, airborne early warning aircraft, and ground-based air defense. The binational organization combines the capabilities of the U.S. and Royal Canadian Air Forces and the National Guard to cover 3 regions: Alaska, Canada, and the continental United States. Operation Noble Eagle intercepts suspicious aircraft, whether they've inadvertently wandered into controlled airspace or if they're a potential threat. NORAD doesn't own any of the airspace it monitors. The Federal Aviation Administration and Transport Canada are responsible for regulating the airspace.
They establish those airspaces, and they have the regulations to be able to prosecute people who violate those airspaces, but they don't really have a way of enforcing them. So it's our job to enforce those regulations that they put out there, and to be able to respond to people who are unaware of those restricted airspaces or just for whatever reason go inside of them.
NORAD enforces regulations by continuously monitoring all flight traffic in North American airspace, and the equipment they use is highly accurate.
We have a very good radar system that can track small objects to 747s or even larger, A380s. So we can do a very good job of detecting what's out there, and we can even see flocks of geese if need be. Sometimes it's that much of a swarm that's what we see.
And if NORAD radar does pick up something of concern,
So there are an array of squadrons, both in Canada and the United States, that are on duty on high alert to support NORAD's mission 24/7, 365 days of the year. And so we have Canadian Forces CF-8 teams at various locations in Canada or in the United States. There are F-16s, F-15s, and F-22s, all on alert. And we understand what their status is. We provide them with information on where there are what we call tracks of interest, or some kind of radar information on something that's happening that we have to respond to.
I don't think Operation Noble Eagle will end anytime soon. The bottom line is the air domain, the threat from the air domain is consistent. As long as bad guys are out there wanting to do harm to the United States and Canada, they're going to try and exploit the seams and gaps that may fall in the air domain. So we have to be able to respond accordingly.
That keeps me up, at night, just the threat of another attack. Never, ever get comfortable, and nor I let this organization get comfortable. It's a daily challenge, but we're up to it. We're ready, and we continue to be ready.